Hello my treasures, it's time for a new Hearthstone deck. This time we're going to cover one of my favorite style of decks, which is a spell damage miracle style of deck, using Garrote and the new, aka old card, Tuskarr Fishman in order to get really high Garrote bleeds. I did a ton of testing with a bunch of different versions of this build, and I finally settled on trying a more miracle style package. And with this final version of the deck, I had around a 45% win rate. However, there were some changes actually made even to this version, so you will be seeing a natural progression from the initial build where I'm using a Valeera instead of Scabbs, and then the final build where I'm using Tooth of Nathria instead of the Frostwolf War Masters, as it felt a lot better to have additional removal. Now, for the Mulligan guide, you are basically going to be looking for any of the cards that will draw you into additional cards, and that is the majority of the deck. Sinstone Graveyard, so you can get a really big ghost as a backup plan, or Efficient Octobot as a way to discount all the cards within your hand if you do have some of your key combo pieces or even some of the key removal. If you know you are going to be facing an aggro based deck, early game removal is also really good, such as Serrated Bone Spike. With that all being said, let's look at some game. Alright, time for a game against Mage. Ooh, I actually don't mind this opening hand. I might want to get rid of the War Master and the Octobot. We could have kept the Autobot, but Sinstone Graveyard is really nice, especially because we drew into the stupid backstab. That would have been nice to have with the Octobot, but it is what it is. Sinstone is really nice to see in the opening hand. While it won't usually win out the game, it does usually put enough pressure on the board. This also is a version of the deck that I was still using Frostwolf, War Master, and Valeera, if I remember right, so it is a little bit of a more miracle version of the finished deck. Okay, coin out. And it's like they're playing Miracle, and it isn't us. Actually, let's do this. That's 2 additional cards. Ooh, if we use Backstab there, we can put this down. You'll have Stealth, and then we'll get, what, a 5/5? Yeah, that's actually pretty nice for a turn 3 play. Oh, they're going to freeze us out. That's fine. Oh, Sprint's nice for turn 5. It refills our hand on the turn that we actually have the location backup, which is really good. Also, the other upside of using Scabbs over Valeera is the fact that you, in theory, could discount it by a little bit and then survive probably a turn 7 play. Sure, it's going to maybe matter as much as giving it stealth, but oh, both Door of Shadows. Okay. Frostwolf, and then let's kill that. Just go face. We probably should have just went face with everything, to be honest. Okay, so if we use both Door of Shadows, that's 2 spells. That gives us 2 ability, or ooh, that's nice too. Write this in. This should discount a Door of Shadows, and then there's our Valeera. Ooh, the second sprint. Now, let's just try to draw as many cards as humanly possible. We're at 3. Kill one of the minions. Actually, we can kill both. We're trying to minimize the damage here. We can use Backstab. Hopefully it won't hit our minion. And it does. That's a little bit of a shame. And then there's the 2 Octobots. 1 too late. At least we get a 6/6. A little bit better than what we previously had. And we have so many high cost cards in our hand. At least high cost for this deck. So we need, I think, Serrated Bone Spike in order to trigger the Autobot. That's the main reason that, or one of the reasons why I wanted to go with Tooth of Nathria also instead, is because you do add the ability to actually trigger your Octobots a little bit better. Okay, Solid Alibi, that's perfectly fine, I don't mind. On Fishin, we don't have enough 1 damaging, let's go with Preparation. Then we can draw 4. I think we're going to burn something here, though. Oh, we don't. Okay. Let's kill one of the minions. Come on, hit the auto. I guess not. We can bounce something back, not eat anything out of our deck. I really shouldn't have done it like that, mainly because I do know for the fact that Garrote is at the bottom of the deck. And we only have, what, like 4 cards left? 3 cards. So we have Shadow Step, Garrote, and our weapon, which is actually pretty nice. I did learn a trick with this deck. If you have a Gone Fishing, you basically can draw into your entire Garrote Bleeds at the end of the turn, which is a really, really nice combo. And it won't actually trigger your fatigue because it isn't a draw card. Or I just got lucky with that. Okay. Got this down to 6 mana, which is really, really good. Then we can shuffle the weapon back into the deck. We have 1 mana. And I think that should give us the second Garrote. Oh, nope, Gone Fishing. Okay, we can use that to grab the second one. Oh, I also was using 2 of the weapons. I found out using 2 was not a good idea. Little changes that matter here and there, you know? It was nice to have so I could actually draw into the bleeds, but I didn't need it outside of that. Okay, how do we want to do this next turn? We have the Octobot, which can we can use the Serrated Bone Spike on to discount everything in the hand. Ooh, we should still have a Shadow Step in deck, right? I don't think I used the second one. There we go. Nice thing about Shadow Step is it's basically means we're going to get 4 spell power for the price of 1 minion, which is actually really nice. Also really depends on... See, I screwed up here a little bit. Should have used the Bone Spike on our own minion. They're at 31. We have lethal, maybe? We do have a lot of draw power. Now let's try this out. This is going to be 4, and then we bounce 1 back. I kind of wish I had the hero card still, because that would have been 10 damage instead of 8. Then we can draw a card, see what we grab. Come on, give us some bleeds. That's all we need. There's 1. There's 2. And 1 more for lethal. Oh no, that's not... Oh, actually, that's the second bleed. Perfect. Hey, time for a game against Warlock. Let's get rid of Scabbs, but we're going to keep the sprint because we do have a way to discount it, and I did not want to see Edwin this early. I guess Edwin's fine, technically, because we do have one of the highest cost cards in our deck in our hand, but having the coin actually helps a lot too, because if you do have the Sinstone Graveyard, it can give you additional preparation for turn 2. Oh, we could have coined out Crowd if we really felt like it right there. Let's not waste much mana. And yeah, the Frost Wolves are really, really annoying to... Let's just coin this out. Draw 4. Ooh, actually, I like this hand a lot. We need a Sinstone Graveyard, and then we're in an incredibly good position. I think this was the final game that I actually used the Frost Wolf in. It just felt really, really awful because if I remember right, there's the second sprint. Our hand is completely full. Let's just put down the Octobot. What are the chances that they actually have drag below? Yep, there we go. Well, we can use the Abyss Curse. Use Gone Fishing. See what we can grab. Door of Shadows is probably the better bet. We could have also grabbed Preparation if we really, really felt like it. Oh, so we're going to get it anyways. I guess it doesn't matter, right? Okay, Shadow Step could in theory be useful for later. And I really just don't like the Frostwolves in hand. Let's bounce this back, then trade this in just to trade it. Oh, there's the Sinstone. Perfect. And they burn a Brann, which is exactly what we wanted to see. Out of all of the cards that they could have burned, that is actually probably one of the better ones that they could have. Okay, Vile Library, so their Imp Curse, which could be really annoying really, really quickly. I think they realize we... Oh, didn't want to burn that. Out of all the cards we could... actually, could have been a lot worse. Could have been a Garrote that we burned. Let's kill that minion. And then we can draw 2. Fisherman. And the second bot. Use Preparation. Do we really want to is the question. We can also put down Edwin. Let's put down Edwin. There's the second Sinstone. Too bad it isn't a technical spell. And this is going to be what, at 8 or a 6/6? Not bad, actually. Not bad at all. Really depends on how many control tools they have in that deck. We do have the preparation into sprint, which is nice. Oh, there's Abyssal Wave. Gets rid of most of our board. Oh, and that gets rid of the entire board. Okay. Well, at least got rid of their minion too. Backstab actually is really, really cool. Probably should do the backstab first. I guess I did not see that. Oh, I guess it doesn't matter. We don't have many cards in hand. Yeah, this actually allows us to discount a bunch of shit, so maybe not bad in the long run. We could also put down the Sinstone if we really felt like it there. Scabbs is 7 mana instead of 8, which is pretty decent. Now we just have to go through the rest of our deck, and then we should win from that position. A Shady Bartender. Hey, a bunch of minions. Now we get to fill their hand up with a bunch of imps, which might be a good idea. You can go face 2. Use Scabbs. Technically have a... Oh, we could discount everything in the hand. Oh, no, we couldn't, because we'd be missing 1 mana. I think I'm trying to do the math here. Yeah, I would be missing 1 mana, so we're not going to do that. Just pass it back to them. Hopefully we can draw into additional draw power here. And they do kill our entire board. Now, I'm curious of actually how the curses work with spell damage on board, but I think we should be fine. Okay, they're just going to put down all the imps that we bounce back. Come on, give... Oh, Gone Fishing. And that is actually perfect. Okay, so... Use Octobot. Actually, I think I don't even go for the Octobot. I think I just buff up Brann a bunch, and then bounce back one of these. They're going to go fishing. We're at 8 damage apiece. And then let's go fishing with our Tuskarrs. And then see if we can get a bleed. And look at that, we have a bleed. Alright, time for a game against Priest. Let's see what they're actually playing. There's actually a lot of things that they could be playing that might be a little bit annoying. Ooh, actually, I think I'm going to keep everything here because we have a good turn 1, 2. Technically not a good turn 2 play, but we do have a good turn 3 play. Because Priest doesn't usually have a way to deal with the Octobot. Oh, turn 2 we could coin out the Octobot if we really need to. Oh shit, it's Shadow. That is not a deck that I expected to see. Huh. Actually kind of cool. I love how the shadow effect goes on that portrait in particular. I also wish I had some new rogue portraits to actually use because outside of the Chinese New Year one, I don't actually have any rogue portraits that I actually like, but I've been using it for so long that I kind of wanted to shake something up, so I went back with the original Maiev. Hey, Gone Fishing with Door of Shadows. The thing with Door of Shadows is 90% of the time you're never going to get its infuse off, and that's okay. You just want it for the additional draw. Ooh, Backstab is actually really nice for next turn. Let's just use Gone Fishing to grab Sprint. Why not? They haven't placed anything down. We're going to be taking 2 damage a turn, which is fine. Of the Undying. I want to revisit Board Priest. Actually, have I ever done Board Priest? No, I did do Board Priest pretty early on the channel. Okay, we do have the good old Backstab Octobot combo. Discounting a bunch of things. Might have been better to wait until we use Sprint. But this does allow us to use Sprint next turn without using the coin, which is always really good. Okay, Korak. Not a card that I would have expected, technically speaking. We can actually permanently kill the Korak by using this combo. And then we can still use Sprint. Have 1 mana left over. Ooh, Brann. Okay, okay. Oh, the Sinstone. Okay. This should be 5. It's always good pressure to put on board this early on. That's the main reason that you're running the Sinstones in the deck is there are some decks that will just instantly give up after you place one of them down and then you put down a 10-10 early on. Oh shit. Someone's actually going to play that down. Interesting. That would have been nice with one of the sprints. Serrated Bone Spear. We can kill the minion, and I think we're going to because we just want to eliminate the amount of damage that we're going to take from our opponent. Because this deck doesn't have any type of healing, so you need to survive. And you can combo for a insane amount of damage in the deck. There's the second Sin Stone. Need a little bit of draw power. That's the main thing we need right now. Also, if we got some way to mana discount the Scabbs by 1, we could play it next turn, but we're probably not going to be able to do that. They're going to buff up their Divine Shield. Sprint number 2. Let's draw 4. Okay, okay. Second backstab would be real nice, but I don't think it's going to give us one. They're at 4/4 apiece. We can go face. Yeah, we're just probably going to pass the turn back, because we can't actually kill anything with these. And we do have Scabbs for next turn, which is going to be pretty nice. I don't know why I did that. Oh, I guess it doesn't really matter. Getting 2 7/7s out is pretty good. Unless they have a way to deal with it, then we might be a little bit screwed, but... So Scabbs bounce are 2 7/7s, which could be a problem, but it does do 14 damage to their face. Okay, they're going to steal 1 HP from everything. Aw, that's a little bit annoying. I guess we don't have to worry about bouncing everything back. That's kind of worrisome, but I'd rather honestly just use Scabbs still. Gives us 4 additional armor. Sure, it doesn't really give us anything else this turn. We do have almost a completely full deck. Though we do have an Edwin that will cost 2 if we really feel like using our hero power on it. That 4/4 might be a bit annoying. Of course, they're going to have Devouring Plague. I don't think there's any way they can actually kill us, though, outright, is the nice thing. At least not easily, and all... Gotta like this second Shadow Step. Okay, draw 2 more minions, but I only think there's 1 in the deck, if that. Yep. Oh, there's 2. Tooth of Nefarian. Let's put down Octobot. It has Stealth, which is actually really, really good. And we're going to keep the Gone Fishing for next turn. Just hoping that they don't have the one spell that gets rid of odd attack minions. But I think that's a holy spell, so they shouldn't be running it. Don't think there's anything that can actually kill this stealthed Octobot, to be honest. We should still have 1 backstab in the deck, I think. Second Autobot, the weapon, and a second Gone Fishing, maybe? Honestly, I can't remember. At this point, we've drawn through most of our deck. Oh, actually, they could... Oh, please don't hit anything good. Oh, we actually wanted that. It might... Oh, no, we have this other Shadow Step. Okay, let's put down Brann. That triggers the combo on our Gone Fishing. Let's buff up Brann. Tell me if you've seen this combo before. We're just going to keep bouncing it back, I guess. Okay, these are only 6 damage a pop. Still pretty good. That's 7 damage. Okay, they're at 20. Come on. Ooh, it was the second Shroud that we have. Okay, 6 damage. Come on. Come on. The bleeds keep on coming. And there we go. Alright, now that we're through the games, let's discuss my final thoughts of the deck. Overall, this deck was incredibly fun to play and incredibly difficult to actually play. The reason why I only had a 45% win rate across the 20 games that I did end up playing with the deck was mainly due to the fact that I was trying to figure out some of the ratios. I was trying to find the perfect balance between having enough removal and a backup plan in the form of Sinstone Graveyard, which is why I ended up settling with this list. The one thing I am sad about not being able to include is Valeera the Hollow. That was the original card that I really wanted to include in the deck. Just felt like Shadowcrafter Scabbs was a lot better than Valeera. She does have some advantages with the fact that you do have a higher damage output if you use her instead, but you do lose the ability to deal with your opponent's entire board if they have a wide board if you don't use Scabbs. So if you want to meme it up a little bit more, go with Valeera. But if you want to have a more consistent win rate, then go with Scabbs. And while I would love to actually recommend this deck, it does take a little bit of time to actually get a handle on it. So it might not be the deck for you, but it is incredibly funny and you can actually pull off some really wacky combos within this deck and do like 60 plus damage in a single turn, which is absolutely insane. And like always, if you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, bye bye.